Thank you, listeners, for joining us for Elko Live today, our weekday radio show with an update in what's going on in our community. And today we're setting aside time to really try to get our minds around how huge this first ever event is growing for Elko, the Elko Pop Con. And I have Tom Lester here. He's the marketing and sales manager for Elko Convention and Visitors Authority. Welcome, Tom. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. Lots going on.
Yeah, since the last time we talked, Elko's Pop Con was, kind of in its infancy, but now, just the people piling on to this opportunity, to enjoy the celebrities, the workshops, and the costume contest. Did you ever think this thing would get so big so fast?
Well, Lori, we only had 6 weeks to put this together, so it's kind of crazy. The staff, the team at the convention center, as well as some of the other folks within the community, were, the committee that's really come on and helped us through this process. We've never been, done a PopCon before, so we went to our first one in Reno, the Silver Age Comic Con, and it's quite interesting, and that was super busy, and we're happy to bring PopCon to Elko. So, and with that, I just wanted to say, a lot of things have changed since the first time that I spoke about it. This is going to be a star-studded event. We've got some wonderful stars coming in. We have Dwayne Cameron with the Power Ranger, Daniel Logan, which is probably our biggest star from Star Wars, Lenora Selfo from Scream. We have Jen Smart, which is Lego Master. She won some awards. And then we also have the Ghostbusters out of Salt Lake City. So they'll be bringing in like a 24-foot Marshmallow Man. So get your selfies with that and different things like that. So yeah, it's really turning into a really great event.
Of course, it's coming right up August 18th and 19th on Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. We're going to go over some of the different, activities and categories for people who know they know. But part of this, Tom, is also, I noticed one of your workshops is kind of educating people on what a PopCon is and why adults are such fans. Yeah,
exactly. So we have 35 between the panels and workshops. So definitely check out our Facebook pages, go to our exploreelko.com page and look up all those wonderful panels and workshops. And one of them is what is cosplay and why grown-ups do it. There's a lot of different ones here, from Disney trivia games to, having all these celebrities that will be on a panel, and you can listen to them and how they got started in their careers and just all of that. So from phone building with Evil Ted, we have, it's just going to be wonderful. You just got to go on and look because it's so much stuff going on. It's kind of interesting. It's a 2-day event, on Friday, 4 to 8, and then 9 to 8 on Saturday. So yeah.
We've had a lot of parents say this is such a cool thing, and it is totally family friendly, and so they want to get their kids involved because it's kind of the last blast before back to school.
Yeah, exactly. And so we put this together within 6 weeks, and we actually next year we'll move our dates a week up because we're competing with Sparks is having one. And then also there's another one in California. So we want to move it up one more week. It's free to the public with a 1-can donation that goes to the Moses Projects of Northeastern Nevada, to help the foster kids and what have you, so that it's going to a charity. So you can't beat free with especially all the stars that are coming in, the workshops, the panels, the meet and greets. It's sold out. We're on a waiting list for vendors. So we have like 45 vendors, I think. So next year we're going to open it up to the other building as well, and it will be the whole convention and the conference center.
Yeah, I was just going to say you get to add a day already in the planning stages for next year. Right now it's at the Elko Convention Center, which is quite an awesome space in itself. And we have time to highlight some of those workshops and panels. I know the first one is going to be, that's Friday at 5. Is that correct? That's the what is cosplay and why grown-ups do it. There's something for everybody, as we talked about. There's a Disney trivia game, and that'll be for all ages. 7 o'clock is DMing 101 and how to be a good DM or a GM, which GM means something different to different people, but general manager. But it's sort of about gaming, tabletop gaming, right? That's
correct.
Another cool opportunity.
So we'll have there'll be time throughout for gamers to come in and play, as well as various different other, like we have Star Wars trivia games, and we'll be giving out, if you answer those questions, there's prizes that will be given out. A lot of our committee was able to pull together and give us some nice prizes, and some of Frank and Fred's, he donated a lot of those prizes. So there's a lot of things just happening, from face painting to advanced face painting. We brought in some Raymond Williamson out of Sacramento, California. They've worked on a lot of the different sets. And then our judges are amazing. Evil Ted, for instance, he worked in the movie industry doing visual effects, props, and model making for 30 years. And then he worked on a lot of the films, such as Fifth Element, Titanic, Hunger Games, Xena Warrior, Criminal Minds. This kind of talent we're bringing in. He's out of Hollywood. So it's pretty amazing. And our judges, I've seen some emails and tags on our Facebook that, it's kind of intimidating with the judges that we brought in. But, it just brings out the best of people. And we wanted to really make this kind of an eye opener for everyone and let everyone in the surrounding areas in the nation know, hey, we're here and it's going to grow and it's going to have legs and it's a community event. So it's going to be good.
And a lot of times, people will just sort of say, oh, well, gaming and collectors and cosplay, it's for introverted people, but it's not. This is the other thing is that I like that you use the term eye-opening, Tom, because it just shows that people from the Elko community are going to say, wow, it's not just my kid that's into this or their uncle or this family down the street. This is a huge mainstream, fun event where it combines a lot of different elements, and you don't have to come in costume. That's the other thing.
No, you don't. When we went to Reno, there was, it was probably, a quarter of the folks that attended were in costume, and then the rest weren't. So, but it was just that interaction and the costumes and the creative minds of some of these people are just amazing. What they can do, it's like, wow, And it
could be the popularity of TV shows or, games that people play popular games. As we talked about movies, whether it's a Disney princess or, another popular, maybe you're a fan of John Wick and you're going to come dressed as, as John Wick or something like that, right? It's just that we don't know until you get there.
Yeah, we have Matt Meeser, I think I said that right, with Go West. He's doing a production in Salt Lake City, and this is a new film that's coming out. So it ties into anything pop culture. It can be from movies to athletes to, this year we just, we're kind of keeping it. It's just whatever you want to come at, right?
Exactly. So, there's no specific theme. It's just Elko Pop Con. Yeah.
So it's going to be a great time. I did want to give a shout out this year. The first 100 people through the door on each day, we have some goodies for them, and then also our local artist Robert Gift did our PopCon poster, our first annual PopCon poster.
Nice.
Yeah. So the first 100 coming through the door will get a free poster, and every year we'll have some posters with our little PopCon guy on there.
And do I need to remind you how popular the first poster is? Because I think National Cowboy Poetry Gathering posters are now worth about, the first one, about $1,300, $1,500 or something. So not to be poo-pooed, get your poster, get it signed, get it framed. And I don't need to tell collectors how urgent some of this is, because Elko's PopCon certainly looks to be now on the map. That's the beauty of being situated where we are, Tom, because folks have means, they like to travel, they like to meet new people, they like to come to communities like ours.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. And that's kind of what we hit this first year. We didn't have a lot of time to really push it out completely, in the drive market. So kind of in the Reno, Tahoe area, as well as Salt Lake, Boise, kind of that drive market for this year. to make that. Just to kind of keep it there where it's easy accessible.
Yeah, and people that don't, already know about Elko, certainly, I'm sure there'll be some folks that might just fly in for the event. I'm sure that's happening. Some of the stars, I'm sure, especially. So as we're talking about Elko Pop Con, again, a Saturday event right around the corner, 18th and 19th of August, 4 to 8 p.m. First 100 people in the door both days will get those, we call them swag bags, but some goodies, right?
We have some giveaways and some goodies there. Yeah. So
sounds very cool.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And then there'll be these workshops. They continue on Saturday, how to transform streetwear to zombie wear, basic face painting workshop, which again, some people make a living face painting, Tom. They'll go to craft fairs or birthday parties, that kind of thing. There's even an advanced face painting workshop, painting art demonstration with a local artist, which is really fun. Just grabbing that. You've got like pages of work, as you said, 35
workshops and panels. Yeah. So, and they'll be from on the main stage to the workshop in one of the meeting rooms to, just ongoing activities throughout the whole day.
And here's another one that I wanted to point out. Again, I'm not trying to single or leave anyone out because this is just a great collaboration. Your volunteers, your local committee, if you will, that put this together. They come from all different backgrounds. There are some business people on there. Just a shout out to, Frank and Fred's, as you said. Also the Commercial Haunted Hotel,
yes.
The Commercial Fun Center. They're doing a character and haunt acting workshop on Saturday at 3.
Yeah, exactly. And Dr. Edwards and his staff down there has really come together, gave us some great ideas. They helped us with creating some of the panels and workshops that you see there that you just mentioned. So yeah, it's been a collective effort with the community as well, and it's been open. I think people are just like loving this. So.
Yeah.
I hope.
Well, so many people are talking about it. And again, the beauty of social media, it's brought people together. They're sharing their enthusiasm. Tom, this Evil Ted, as you mentioned, he's the guy, and he's coming Saturday. He'll be there all the weekend,
right.
But on 5 o'clock Saturday, his workshop is on tips and techniques on foam smithing. And, we talk with Logan Pierce here. I know he's been helping on the committee, and that's what Logan loves to do too. Evil Ted is going to build one of his foam helmets in front of an audience and take questions. And so you can pick his brain, ask about that process, the techniques. And when the helmet is complete, one lucky audience member will get to go home with it, and it'll be autographed.
Yeah. So that's really neat, and especially with his background. As I mentioned, he's worked on some various films, such as like the Titanic, Criminal Minds. I mean, those are some pretty big high-end movies.
And what's so cool is when you see foam building up close, you say, I had no idea. That's been my experience, because the things that you see look so literally concrete sometimes, and they're made of foam.
Yeah.
It's quite a skill. It's really cool.
It was an eye-opener for us too,
Yeah.
as we went through this process. And I mean, like you mentioned, Josh, when he showed up to have that photograph taken, and he was and he was like, wow, you built that? That's pretty amazing.
Exactly. And to we want to also emphasize, because it is family friendly, it's the first ever, there is a costume contest with a $1,500 prize for best in show, but there are lots of different categories, Tom, so people should be encouraged and not intimidated.
Yeah, correct. So, $1,500 is best to show. We're giving away over $3,000 in prizes and cash cards, Visa cards. So we have an armor and foam craft. The first place there is $300, and then it kind of goes down with second and third prize. And sewing and textile, so people that are creating their costumes. And then we also have the youth, which is we're giving away a Nintendo Switch and then a GameStop gift card too. So so we're kind of hitting all those different crafts, I might say, or creating their costumes. So it should be really good. I did want to give a shout out, Lori, though, to Elko Broadcasting. They gave us 4 game tickets to give it away. And what we've done with that is, if you go on our Facebook and just like it and and share it, then you will be entered to win
the 4 Lagoon tickets.
Yes, exactly. So we wanted to give a shout out to Elko Broadcasting. Thank you so much. But so Lagoon tickets too, you know?
Exactly. And Lagoon is fun. It's a quick little getaway. And in October, they do their kind of Fright Night stuff. They have special events in October. So even if you can't make it before back to school and you win those Lagoon tickets, you can use those. And those are 4 all-day passes. So there were some bucks.
Right.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great prize.
We're
And thank you guys for donating those.
We're so happy. Again, it's just nice to be part of something that's so positive. This really brings people together. I was noticing here that Tyler Brown and Danny Huntington are hosting a Pokemon TCG Raid Battles open game time, and that's going to be Saturday from 6 to about 6 to 7:50. And you know, you can make a team with your friends, or just come down and it says try to take down the raid boss.
Yeah, I know. I mean, some of this is new to me, so I'm like,
oh, cool.
Yeah. So I mean, people that are into the Pokemon, they would understand exactly what's going on there. So
totally, yeah. Well, and I love at Evil Ted is going to be on Friday at 5:00. He's going to be delivering a session on monsters I've played from the early 90s. In addition to making monsters, Evil Ted has had the opportunity to play them on screen. So he's going to make this presentation about movies he's been in and the stories about how they got made. So if you're a scary movie fan, just Evil Ted himself will be quite the draw.
Yeah. And all the stars that we have coming in are going to be doing panel workshops as well. So you can sit in and, like I said, and you know, understand how they got started in their careers, what they've played in, what, you know, they'll be asking a lot of different questions. We have a great MC too coming in, Tori
Pence.
Yes.
I just saw that. Yes. I did not Tom, I'm super excited about Tori Pence and Matt Meese because I'm just familiar with their work with Studio C. That was BYU TV. They do these these comedy sketches are so funny, and they're kind of regional, and they feel local. These guys are so talented, and they just did a movie, and it's called Go West, and it's out now. I think it's it might be limited release, but the trailer I saw, it's so funny. And anybody that lives here in the Great Basin area is just going to love this movie. It's hilarious. It's about pioneers, you know, immigrants, just funny stories, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a comedy sketch. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and they'll be doing kind of a skit or workshop on the main stage too.
Yes.
So that'll be kind of cool.
Learn the basics of comedy, sketch writing, developing ideas and characters, and then bring those ideas to life on stage. That, I just keep saying, oh, that alone. But you know what? What a great panel. I mean, what a great panel of people, these wonderful masters in craft and acting and just inspiration. And Tom, they're so generous.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's something for everyone here. If you're youth into gaming, or just, you know, coming and just relaxing and listening to some of the panels, you know, it'll be in the theater, so it'll be nice and, you know, away from the main crowd, you might say. So, you know, there's going to be some food trucks there. We're going to have food trucks out front. We're going to have the Batmobile and Batman and Robin.
Oh my gosh. They'll be dropping in, swinging in, whatever it is they do.
We're going to have some areas for, you know, selfies, different things like that. Some of the stars do charge to get their photo with them. That's just kind of common at these things.
Sure.
So you might see Daniel Logan charging, or Dwayne Cameron, or Lenore Selfo. You know, I don't know exactly what their rates are. Maybe $20 for a selfie or an autograph or whatever. So be prepared for that. You know, make sure you hit the ATM before you come.
That's right.
And with the 40 vendors there, and I, you know, we're going to have Truffle Cottage there.
Oh, right,
that make
right.
wonderful chocolates of all different, you know, characters.
Yeah, their
or
characters
whatever.
are designed little chocolates.
Like little Star Wars
Yeah.
or Star Trek or, so.
Those are fun gifts.
Yeah. So, you can buy those, and, you know, Christmas is coming up. So, if not, don't buy them now. You can buy them later.
Yeah. Get connected with this group. Yeah. And so I mean, you said 45 vendors, 40 something?
We're sold out. So,
totally
I think it's 46 vendors is
Wow.
what we have. And it's just in the convention center. We're on a waiting list. We could have actually sold more, but we're just kind of.
Right. You just use that one facility. Yeah. So other than, so you've got food. People like to go to pop cons because they collect things. Maybe it's Hot Wheels, or they collect Lego sets, or figurines. So maybe there'll be some of those people selling too? Or?
Oh, no. There's going to be a lot of those that are going to be selling that type of,
so if you like your toys, I don't want to call them toys.
The pops, the pops,
yes.
Pokemans, probably some cards, the games, different things, little trinkets. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of that.
A lot of the collectible stuff. Good. Yeah. And then that's the other thing too. You get to meet and know more about the local business people who are here supporting this effort and everything that they've been doing, because, if you haven't been to Frank and Fred's before, you probably didn't know we have this really cool comic book store, and they have everything associated with that. They have Magic the Gathering cards and this huge collection of comic books, depending on your genre. And they're super knowledgeable, all kinds of little collectibles. And it's right here in Elko in the Plaza 40 shopping center.
Right. Yeah. And also XP games.
Yes.
Which
XP.
is really kind of cool, because you can go in there and actually play your games. You get a latte or order some lunch. And next year they're hoping that they can, attend further and help with that aspect of the gaming portion of it. And then we, next year also we want to kind of do some video game areas where people can actually play video games and, compete, whatever. So, some things that we're thinking about for next year. It's just, we're already thinking next year. I know.
It's true.
And this hasn't even been over. But, it's going to be a great event. I think hopefully it's, well attended. I think it will be. I think people are just wanting something different, and this is different.
It is definitely different. So, whether you're an actor, a writer, a creator, artists alone, you're going to find lots of cool inspiration. Again, as we talked about, for Elko's Pop Con, which is Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th. You don't have to come in costume. It is family friendly. There is going to be a cantina, though. I thought we should maybe mention that.
Yeah. So there is going to be a Star Wars cantina. There'll be a couple signature drinks, alcohol and non-alcoholic. And it's going to be in a Star Wars theme. We're going to have an area in there where you can actually, take your selfie with Darth Vader. So it's going to be very decorated. It's going to be kind of cool. So I'm not sure exactly what the signature drinks are, but yeah, come in and try them, and
and that's up to whoever. That's the thing. You've got a concessionaire there to do some drinks, some cocktails. That's fun too.
Yeah, so. And then we have 4 food trucks coming in. Mm-hmm. So you got food, you got drinks, you got activities, panels, workshops, stars. I
know. I think by Sunday, you're just going to collapse, you and the staff, because,
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. It's been fun, though. This has been a fun event to put together. It's been kind of draining, but fun. Normally you take, at least 6 months to kind of put together an event.
Yes, Tom. Yeah.
So really happy with what we were able to accomplish in a short period of time.
A dedicated team of very hardworking people involving the Convention and Visitors Authority under the direction of Annette Kerr, because I know she just said, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's do a PopCon.
Yeah. We were talking about it. She's like, do you think we can pull this off? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just go for it. Let's get it off the ground. Right.
Yeah.
So, and she was fully backing it, and the board's backing it. So it's like, great, let's do it. I did want to mention one other thing too, the stage door for an after party. So these people create these costumes, and they want to do something like for the adults after. So the stage door will be open and doing karaoke from, I believe it's 9. It starts at 9 after the PopCon here. So, and I think that's what you're going to see within this community is it having legs and involving, maybe Maverick or Stockman's or the stage door or some of these other areas to, and have it just, kind of different things happening in different areas within the community, and that's what it is. It's a community event, but we also want to attract people from outside the area to fill heads in beds. So we have that dollars to do things like this, right?
Yes, it just keeps generating more fun activities. So even if PopCon wasn't your thing, it's important to be supportive because it can help grow other events, whether it's Ruby Mountain Balloon Festival, which I know is coming up right around the corner, Elko County Fair, and 4-H Livestock Show and Sale, and parimutuel horse racing. That's huge. That's a part of Elko's absolute legacy. But then when these new events come along, it gives other interest and other people a chance to do something cool and new that's their hobby or their fascination too. So
yeah, we kind of chose August because there wasn't a lot going on, and it's of course hot outside, so draw them inside, so and just another event that nothing was really happening, and like you said, we got the Rides and Arts Car Show coming up, the Balloon Festival, the Elko County Fair and Horse Racing, and then also the Bull Challenge that will be coming in. Yeah, so that's a good event down at the fairgrounds. So yeah, a lot going on in Elko.
Yeah, definitely. And I hope we haven't left anything out, but obviously, we can always come back around and pick that up because I don't know if you've had the same feeling, Tom, but with COVID kind of knocking us back a little bit, we weren't used to getting out and going to events and things. And now it seems like people are just starved for doing this. They're just really excited about seeing people and doing things again.
Yeah, I think so. I know I am.
Yes, definitely. And we should mention too that in your work as a sales and marketing manager, you are promoting Elko area and actually the entire area known as Cowboy Country throughout the state and beyond, right, Tom?
Yeah. So Cowboy Country is from West Wind over to Gerlach, and it's through Travel Nevada grant program. So we receive about between $120,000 and $150,000 to market all the communities within that territory. We're working on right now doing a 15 and 30-second video for Carlin and Jackpot. Those videos are actually shown in the Salt Lake City markets and Reno markets, kind of that drive market again. Elko has 2 spots that are shown and rotated in that, and the Boise area as well. And then we're also doing a Elko fall shoot, video shoot, so we can get some fall footage, and then we can market all 4 seasons in those markets with a 30 and 15 seconds.
And I can just tell you that I know that Travel Nevada is hard at work on this. They contacted us fairly recently, and I was able to provide some video for them to help promote Winnemucca in particular, because Winnemucca has a great Basque festival, and I happen to have some really fun footage, that I'd shared on social media. And they said they wanted to use it in their promotion. So it's and it's showcasing the best of what we have to offer. And there are so many people looking for authentic experiences, right, Tom?
Yeah, that's kind of the new trend is they want to kind of, whether it's like, Jan Peterson down at the Cowboy Arts and Gear Museum, if you want to come in and, try your hand at leather tooling, she would give you that opportunity, but they want to kind of touch it, feel it, and, experience it. Life's all about experiences, and that's travel and tourism, right?
Right.
Is experiences. So.
And it might be taking that dusty road less traveled, but it's seeing our spectacular Ruby Mountains, whether or not they're camping or hiking, certainly are participating. And there are other things going on, like they're developing. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, we're hosting the Lieutenant Governor for August 30th and 31st.
That's right, for the fair.
Yeah, and he will be attending the fair. He's going to be touring the area, checking out all of our different attractions and what we have to offer here in the Elko area. So we'll be hosting him at the end of this month. The governor is coming through. Actually, I think he's starting to come through the next 3 days here to tour the Elko area as well. So that's good to get them out here and get them to know what's going on. Also, I wanted to mention, the ECVA marketing and event funding cycle is coming up. So if you have any events that you need marketing support, that will be coming up in September 15th, and the deadline is October 20th. So watch for the submittables on our exploreelko.com website.
And you have a great committee. In fact, Annette Kerr, the director of the convention center, spoke at Government Affairs on Monday and said, you're doing this cool thing where you're going to combine the marketing and lodging committee so that they're really interactive and they can be supportive of some of these efforts and then get more direct results.
Right, correct. Yeah. So, it's just a lot of things. Another one that's coming up is the event calendar. I know people love the event calendar. So right after this, we're going to launch for a photo hunt again in September, and then, get these created, and they're free to the community, and it has a lot of the different events on there. People like to hang on their walls or whatever. So we did bring that back, or Annette brought that back. So and that's a good thing for the community.
I know. I've got mine. It's not hanging on the wall because the walls are freshly painted, and the boss is like, don't put stuff on my freshly painted walls. But I've got my ECVA calendar. We were kind of the community it was a small uproar. I don't know if you know, but when we went away with, didn't have printed calendars for a while, people were kind of miffed.
I know, right?
We wanted our printed calendars.
Well, and I use it too. I use it in my office. I'm like, what's coming up? What do I need to post? What's going on? Do we need to help them with marketing? What?
That's right. You don't always want to click on something. You want to just get that paper in with beautiful local photographs.
I did want to mention one other thing, Lori.
Please,
we have
take your time.
We have a free movie for seniors.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Atari. It's August 12th, so it's a Saturday. It starts at 2, and it's open to the public. It's open to anyone. It's free, so you'll be able to sit there, have some, popcorn, cookies, and just enjoy a great movie in the theater. It's air conditioned, so we encourage people to come out. We just wanted to kind of give back to the seniors, but it is open for anyone. Take your grandkids or whoever and come in and have a good time on August 12th.
What time will that be?
2:00.
Okay, 2:00. So a matinee basically on Saturday. Free Elko Convention Center. Kick back in the cool and enjoy, as you said, some snacks. Bring kids and just enjoy that amenity. It's a beautiful facility.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention, I know there's a lot going on. Festival of Trees. Our theme this year is Small Town Christmas. Last year they raised over $40,000 for charity partners, and each charity partner received $10,425. Those applications will be released on August 28th at the end of this month. So go to for charity partners, go in there and apply and get your application in. Again, at exploreelko.com. That's probably going to be under forms. So if you need anything, just reach out to us. And then, of course, public viewing will be November 29th through December 2nd.
It's coming right up. People love Festival of Trees, too. And thank you. Really, Tom, I hope you got to most of our topics today. Good, yeah. Because, we know ECVA is going to come back regularly just because there is so much more happening now. The ECVA is very invested in making sure people are aware of their community facilities and amenities, whether it's a small or a large special event, an actual all-out convention. I know we're getting Nevada Association of Counties are coming here.
Yeah, we're getting the Nevada Association of Counties, and we're also getting the Women in Mining.
Oh, very nice.
So that's going to be a big one. Some of those people that sit on that board, like Sherry Tibbles out of Winnemucca that used to work for the Winnemucca Convention Center, she's very instrumental in that and, pushing it towards Elko and some of those other committee members that were on there. And it's great. They should be in Elko. We're the nation's largest gold producer, right?
That's
it makes sense that we should be getting more of those
get your boots on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're happy with that. We have some other stuff coming up too, but I'll wait until next time.
All right. Sounds good, Tom. Thank you so much. Again, just a reminder, we really want to promote Elko's first ever Pop Con, Elko Convention Center, Friday, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., celebrities, workshops, costume contest, creators, vendors, food, and much more. So don't miss a chance to enjoy your superhero or to come dressed like one or not. Just enjoy Elko's first ever Pop Con.
Yeah, I agree. And, a lot of those panels and workshops, you'll find that schedule on our exploreelko.com, and then follow us on Facebook because I'm posting all of those so that you'll actually be able to look at them, look at the times and what have you. So again, at exploreelko.com.
Thank you, Tom Lester, Elko Convention and Visitors Authority.